day everyone, I am Miss Diana Cordelis Reyes and our topic for today is all about technology education facilities. First, let us know the meaning of technology education facilities. According to dictionary.com, these are the meaning of technology, education, and facilities. Therefore, I connect all the meaning and the meaning of technology education facilities. Alam naman nating lahat na ang termo technology ay may iba't ibang meaning lalo na kapag ito ay dinudugtong sa ibang words. Katulad na lang ng educational technology and technology education. Although, both are important lalo na kapag sa educational setting and it requires different laboratories and strategies. The role of laboratory facilities. It is generally agreed that the role of technology education within the school system is to promote technology literacy. Ayan, we all know that technology education is hindi siya kapareho ng ibang academic areas kung saan merong mga standard classrooms and meron silang mga basic resources na ginagamit para magkaroon sila ng meaningful education. According to Boyer 1983, the great urgency is not computer literacy, but technology literacy. Meaning, hindi lang dapat kaalaman sa computer ang natututunan ng mga learners, kundi technology as a whole dahil napakalawak ng technology kung pag-uusapan natin ito. The challenge is not to use the latest piece of hardware, but asking when and why it should be used. What is the purpose of Technology Education Laboratory? The purpose of the Technology Education Laboratory is to provide an environment where the student can study technology, develop competencies in a specific area, and become knowledgeable about how technology relates to the other academic subject matter areas offered in the school curriculum. Technology Education Laboratory, nagkakaroon ng oportunidad ang bawat bata na makagamit and maka-experience ng iba't ibang technology sa buong klase. So ito ay nagbibigay sa kanila ng deeper understanding and technical skills while applying them in a variety of projects. In real-life situations, hindi talaga nauubos ang problema. Especially, we are living in the 21st century kung saan nakafocus tayo more on sa needs and want ng tao pagdating sa technology. So, in Technology Education Laboratory, inaalaw niya yung mga students para ma-develop yung kanilang higher order thinking skills o yung tinatawag na HATS. Isa din sa purpose ng Technology Education Laboratory is i-allow yung mga bata na makadiscover and makapag-explore and makabuo sila ng mga konsepto na kanilang gagamitin sa kanilang pag-aaral and para magkaroon sila ng conceptual understanding in communication, construction, manufacturing, and transportation. The modern learning laboratory for technology education is far different from the traditional industrial arts facility of past years. In the industrial arts laboratory, the structure of the facility was material-based. Sabihin, ang expectation ay nasa bata. Kailangang ulitin ng estudyante kung ano yung itinuro ng kanilang instructor. These are the major causes of accidents. Unfavorable environmental conditions such as exhaust, lighting, lack of or improper fire protection equipment, lack of sufficient space, inadequate electrical systems, insufficient or poor material storage, poor house cleaning in shops, insufficient equipment maintenance, lack of good safety instruction, enforcement of safety rules, and unwise equipment selection. Even technology education teachers will admit the identifiable unsafe acts or conditions, but these are avoidable. What is the role of technology education facility? The role of the technology education facility is to provide the learner with the finest possible technological learning environment. Kailangan na ang isang pasilidad ay nakadesenyo para ma-meet yung goals sa isang curriculum and para magamit din ito sa mahabang panahon. Papasok na tayo ngayon sa design of technology education facility. Ano nga ba yung mga bagay na dapat i-consider natin bago magplano and bago mag-design ng isang pasilidad? So meron tayong 4 na considerations. The first one is the physical learning environment, accommodation of the instructor, the second. Third is the changing role of the school, and the last one is the philosophy of facility design and development. So in physical learning environment, the physical space must be attractive to both students and instructors. So yung school facilities is dapat naka-designed na aabot talaga ng 30 to 50 years. Yun yung life expectancy ng isang facility. Naturally, ang common objective ng Technology Education Laboratory is maging barrier-free ito para sa mga students na may kapansanan, and especially, kailangan nakaprovide ito for both male and female. Recently, as 20 years ago, ang mga pasilidad ay nakadesenyo lang para sa iisang kasarian, with little or no regard para sa mga individual na gustong sumubok or makapag-explore sa larangan ng teknolohiya. Second is the accommodation of the instructor. Kailangang madali lang para sa isang instructor na gamitin ang isang technology para makapag-function siya sa laboratory and maturo niya yung dapat ituro sa mga estudyante. This is one of the factors to be considered in planning for future technology facilities. Third is the changing role of school. So dati kasi ang mga school is nakadesign lang para sa mga traditional school age student. But now, meron na tayong adult evening classes, weekend classes, and summer sessions that are all realistic possibilities and are currently being considered in many parts of the country. The last one to be considered is the philosophy of facility design and development. Sa elementary school, minsan kung ano yung kanilang classroom is yun na rin yung kanilang laboratory. Pero meron namang ibang school na separate yung kanilang laboratory and their classroom. Unlike sa middle or junior high school or sa mga colleges or universities, nakaseparate talaga yung kanilang laboratory from their classroom para maiwasang makadisturb sa ibang estudyante na nag-aaral, and doon meron silang sariling space para makagamit ng mga specialized tools and equipment and para mas mapadali ang kanilang technology learning process. The other design factors to be considered are population served, aesthetics, and flexibility. In population served, a high-quality technology education program should serve all students regardless of their interest, sex, level of ability, or learning style. The facility must accommodate these differences. In aesthetics, traditionally, school shops have been dark, drab, and noisy with little regard for appearance, comfort, or location. New facilities are being designed as learning laboratories that are inviting, efficient, comfortable, bright, and located such that they are an integral part of the school. In flexibility, laboratories must be designed with change and flexibility in mind. Even if we are very sure of our curriculum at a given time, we can also be sure that it will change with time. There are 3 major types of secondary and higher education facilities. The first one is the unit shop, where a single type of activity, such as machining, was taught. Second is the general unit shop, where instruction about the use and fabrication of a single material, such as metals, was taught. Third is the comprehensive general shop, where various materials were incorporated into the instructional program. What are the basic underlying principles? Napaka-importante na dapat planuhin mabuti and dapat lahat ay involved sa beginning process sa pag-design ng technology education facilities because napaka-time consuming nito and very complicated kung pag-uusapan natin yung whole process. And ang pinaka-beginning point is dapat maunawaan kung ano ba yung mga basic underlying principles sa pag-design ng technology education facilities. These are the curriculum plan, analyzing and evaluating current and future needs, renovate, remodel, or build. The curriculum plan must be developed to order new equipment, remodel, or update facilities. Alam naman natin na ang curriculum plan is hindi biro and hindi siya makakompleto in a few hours or few days or weeks lang. So dahil ang curriculum plan is ongoing document and nagbabago ang ating panahon, kailangan natin siyang i-review and pwede natin siyang baguhin dahil nagbabago ang mga technology na ating ginagamit. At some point, a decision must be made to renovate and remodel an older facility or to build a new one. There is a very real need to analyze all options carefully before making any final decisions because construction activities are very costly, of long duration, and must be financially supported by the public. Now, let's compare the two laboratories. The first one is the Industrial Arts or IA Labs, and the other one is the Technology Education or TE Labs. Let's compare their lab space, lab location, lab equipment, goal, curriculum, and lab design. Kung papansinin nating mabuti, magkaiba talaga yung Industrial Arts from Technology Education, even though si Technology Education ay laging inspiration si Industrial Arts. So example na lang nito is yung curriculum, which is in Industrial Arts, ang kanyang curriculum is material-based. Ibig sabihin, kung ano yung tinuturo ng teacher is inuulit lang ng mga students. While dun sa curriculum ng Technology Education, system-based siya. Ibig sabihin, more on process siya. Next is the lab design, which is teacher-centered, and sa Technology Education naman is student-centered. So, nagiging facilitator yung mga instructor pagdating sa Technology Education Laboratory. Next is the lab location, which is yung Industrial Arts is nakaseparate from the main core of the school, and yung lab location naman ng Technology Education is centrally located to assist in the integration of all disciplines. And pagdating naman sa lab space, mas malaki and primarily limited to a single material or activity ang Industrial Arts, while yung lab space naman sa Technology Education is flexible siya and adaptable to a variety of instructional activities. Let's get back in the past. Growth and development during the 1980s and 1990s. During the 1980s, the primary movement towards the Technology Education Laboratory began with the Jackson's Mill Industrial Arts Curriculum Theory Project, Hales and Cinder 1981. Another significant development during the past decade was changing the name of the professional association from the American Industrial Arts Association, or AIAA, to the International Technology Education Association, or ITEA, which gave the further impetus to the evolution of the modern technology education laboratory. Technology and teaching influences, it is the instructor's task to adjust teaching styles to best match those of the learner. To accomplish this task, a variety of delivery methods and approaches need to be designed so the student will have the greatest opportunity for success. To some extent, the importance of the computer has overshadowed other technological development such as laser, fiber optics, computerized numerical control or CNC, interactive instruction, camcorders, and VCRs, all of which are equally important. And now, we're in the present. The most recent trend is leading away from teacher-centered instruction and moving toward learner-centered instruction. In today's technology laboratories, we are already witnessing outstanding teachers changing their role to one of guiding the instruction of their students through managing and motivating their students' learning plans. The preparation of people for the future has always been a major goal of all aspects of education, and technology education is certainly no exception. The workstations of modern businesses and industries are far different today than they were in the past and will continue to be redefined in the future. This is the end of my report today and hope you understand my topic about technology education facilities. If you have further questions, you can ask me and I'm willing to answer all of your questions. Stay safe and God bless!